Well, Teresa, you know what they say, that the way to a person's heart is, of course, through baby oil.
Or their stomach.
Either one, I guess. But our next guest, Red Velvet Cupcake Truffles, are sure to win over your sweetheart for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, probably. We'd like to bring back here Julia Esposito, food blogger extraordinaire and baker. These look fabulous. Julia, I've been smelling these all morning long. How long have you been baking for?
I've been baking ever since I was young, but I really got into it in 2nd grade and this past year especially, so.
And you've got the blog now, doing big things, celebrating 1 year.
1 year, yeah.
Congratulations, that's big.
Thank you.
Been coming on the show for a while too, Julia, right?
This was the 5th time, I think.
Very nice. All right, so how do we make these little pieces of heaven?
All right, so we're gonna start off over here.
Are you gonna get your hands dirty here, Ryan?
I might. I did roll up my sleeves for this, so.
Okay, so prior to coming, I baked 2 8-inch round red velvet cakes.
Okay.
You bake them, you could do like the box mix or your
Because red velvet from scratch is a little tricky.
It's a little bit difficult, but.
I mean, maybe not for you, but
for us,
it would be.
Yeah.
And then I just did 1 recipe of cream cheese frosting, and that you can use the can, or I just made a homemade, and I believe the recipe's on your website.
She just made a homemade.
Of course, really, no big deal.
And so you're gonna get this little like ice cream scoop if you have one, the ones that you can have the handle on them, and you're gonna roll about 1-inch balls. And this is similar to making meatballs.
Got it.
Just red velvet, that's the only difference.
Yes.
Can we help? Do you mind if we help out over there?
Bunch of scoops over here.
All right.
You can do that.
So what you're gonna do is after you bake the cakes, and you're gonna let them cool, of course, and then you're gonna crumple them up. Like you can do with your hands.
Like you're rooting the cake, you're just mushing it?
Yep, you're just gonna get in there and crumple it all up. And then you're gonna mix it, you know, with a fork or in a mixer with your cream cheese frosting. And it gives it that look that it's like raw dough.
Well, that's why I asked if it was cooked or not.
Right.
It is. It's the frosting we're looking at here.
And it just like, it has a really great texture to it. When you're making it, it's sort of like pasty, but you freeze them eventually and we'll cover them in chocolate and they'll be all great.
Do you eat the dough while you're cooking?
You could.
You could, yes you can.
Oh, we can.
And
this is so fun for Valentine's Day.
It is.
It's very fun.
And they're easy, good to make.
Right.
I didn't do anything.
Right. We're cooking here.
Teresa, maybe you can make this for Brandon for Valentine's Day?
I would probably eat them first.
They're easy.
What goes on in high school for Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day?
Do you guys
I don't really know.
Do you exchange cards still? Like the little...
Does that still happen? I know it happens in elementary school, but probably not in high school.
And you go to Lyman Hall, right?
I do, Lyman Hall in Wallingford.
Nice.
Very good.
Do you have anybody you want to shout out? Any friends that are in school right now and you're skipping school because you're
Hi, softball team. Hi, Meg.
Oh, what position do you play?
I pitch.
You do?
I pitch, yeah.
That's great.
So,
windmill? Is it fast?
No, we do slow pitch.
You do. That's impressive. All right, so we're making the. How many does this make typically? I feel like we're gonna have a lot of.
One recipe makes 50, about 50 of them.
50. So that's great.
And when you put them on your tray, the great thing is they're not going to expand because we're not going to be baking them. So you can put them as close as you want.
That's good.
Right.
So is that enough, or should we keep?
I have
making
one
little
last
balls
one.
here?
That's fine for now.
One over there.
And I'll just eat this one.
Okay, so you're gonna pop these in the freezer for about 15 minutes, and that's gonna solidify them and make sure when we're dipping them in like the melted chocolate that they're not gonna crumple all over the place and get in our chocolate.
Okay.
So we would pop these in the freezer, and I'm gonna move on down over here.
These are the frozen ones already?
Yes.
Okay.
And they're not to the point where they're actually frozen. They just have like that solidified texture. And so this is the tricky part. This is rolling them in chocolate.
All right, you're going to show us how to do this?
So what I did is I just melted some semi-sweet chocolate chips over a double boiler. And I like to use 2 forks and just sort of, you know, get them on there because the chocolate ends up dripping through. And you just want to, this isn't the most pretty process, but
nobody,
they still taste good and
nobody
who cares,
will know
right?
that, right?
Exactly. And so you would just place them right on, oops, sorry.
So we just drop it in?
Exactly. You're just going to put them right on the tray.
I'll try it with this big old spatula.
There you go.
Maybe not.
I'm assuming you could do these with white chocolate also, right?
Exactly.
Change it up a little bit.
And even with those candy melts, if you want to use a different color, it's the same thing. And this recipe is very interchangeable.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Really good.
There you go.
Okay, make room here.
All right, here we go.
Make some room.
There we go.
Coming in hot.
That's a lot of chocolate.
Wow. Teresa, you're going to like that one.
That one's for me, right?
It's made especially for you. I'll make one more
There we go.
for Leroy behind the camera there. Hold on. Let's see.
I'll hold the bowl for you. But
And here, I'll have you do one more the right way because this is just abysmal.
You're making
it's
a mess,
a look.
my friend.
Here, you show one more for our viewers so that they know how to actually.
So we're gonna roll it, just roll it in here.
Okay.
And give it a good coating. And again, the 2 forks allows them to like drip through the chocolate, so it's not.
So you don't have a giant clump like Ryan did?
Yeah. Well.
I need a little bit of work there, Teresa. I don't know. Like this one looks beautiful. That one looks nice. These just look
They're getting
a little
there.
scary.
Okay, I'm assuming you probably haven't made these before. It's your first time?
We'll
After
stick
you
with
do
that, yeah.
50 of them, you'll get the hang of it.
Yeah, just 50 more and I'll be good. Okay,
All right,
next
so
step.
here are the ones that have already been covered in chocolate. Oh, one
And
just
it's so
rolled out.
cute the way you're serving them and the red and white paper there. It's
Yeah,
fabulous.
these are like the little, they're like mini cupcake tins that say
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day on them. But they're really cute, inexpensive, just something to, you know, dress it up a little bit. And so what I did is you get one of these squeeze bottles, like the kind you put ketchup in.
Oh, sure.
And melt some white chocolate and then just pour it in your squeeze bottle, and you're just gonna drizzle it over like this. Oops, this
Oh,
has
it
been
makes
in
it
the
look
bottle.
so
very
pretty,
artsy.
though.
Pretty artsy, and this is like the best part for kids because it really is just like squeezing.
And you can't mess it up,
you can't.
kids or Ryan.
Yeah. I'm more concerned about my skills than the
You
kids.
wanna give it a try?
Here, yeah,
Good.
There you go.
I bet you could even do a heart or something
Ooh,
if you wanted
get
to.
some-
I'm going to try an upside down
There you
part so
go.
the camera can see. Hold on. Here we go.
You can write like your initials.
This is for
on
my
it.
mom.
You do your initials.
Love you, Mom. And then,
That's
wait.
beautiful.
We're going to do T. Ready?
There you go.
T.
Thank you, Ryan. I'm
Wait,
gonna
no,
eat
no,
that
no.
one.
No, then there's the D. TD.
That's nice of you.
Look at that. Now that is a real
Julia,
Valentine.
where do we find your website?
My blog is juliaesposito.wordpress.com, and
We'll find it there.
Yes.
Thank
Cool.
you for the treats
Check it out.
today. This was a
Anytime.